Okay, so let's go ahead and knock out this outlook for the week of August 6th, 2024. And yeah, looking at it, start on the 4 hour time frame. For NQ, I'm still seeing sells. Definitely, we've had a major sell off over the past 2 weeks, I should say, but with a very, very large drop off starting last week, the end of last week, where we had, you can see now we have the trending market where we have high, low, pullback, low, high, low, pullback, low, low, pullback, drop. And now where we're at, following the structure as we trend downward, is I would be expecting or looking for some sort of pullback into the premium of this generated leg here from the 4 hour perspective, from this high down to this low. And I would say that this is the range because right after this green candle, we get nothing but black candles that broke this low. So this is, would to me would be considered the top of this range. And then the bottom of this range would be here, projecting, and that's based off of what happens. Do we break this candle here? Because this is the only really green candle that occurs. So I would treat this as some sort of high, and if I were to resolve this onto the, say, the 1 hour time frame, we definitely get some sort of turbulence point really and a high right here. So I would likely want to see price break this high, and that would generate this range. I'm already pre-marking up the range from this high down to this low, but that's really what I'm seeing is I want to see price break above this high, and that would solidify this range. It was difficult to see from the 4 hour perspective, but applying structure logic and then candlestick logic, you can go down like I did to the 1 hour time frame and see that there's something actually in here, and we can see a little bit of price action in this area, and that's what I would want to see. So essentially what I'm saying is I want to see for the rest of the week some sort of move like this, right? Where in this range, I haven't picked out where my point of interest is going to lie yet, and that probably won't happen well, it definitely will happen this week as far as a point of interest being hit, but I haven't done the analysis just yet to pick out what point of interest would be optimal to look for, right? I'm kind of busy at the moment and I'm just looking for scalps. So I'm just going to scalp into the high here, and then I'll wait to see. But if I'm looking at this right now, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. I definitely would like to see some sort of pullback, like I said, above this high. I want to see this inefficiency. This would really draws my eye just immediately. So if I was to do something, I would do something like this, right? I would like to see at least 50% of this inefficient pricing. So something like that. Or if not, I would want to see at least price come to, that's too deep of a retracement. I would like to see price come to this inefficient pricing right there. Based on the fact that everything seems, I'm skeptical of this only because this push up is immediately balanced by this push down. So yes, there's inefficient pricing here shown on the 4 hour time frame, but I'm skeptical of it because it seems like this push up, push down made price efficient in this area or in this box here. And then once we got inefficient pricing here, notice that once we got down to this low, we created some sort of turbulence. We have inefficient pricing created, and that sparked this down move here. So I would like to see either price push up here, just notating it that it could be a potential point of interest, but just applying a little bit of logic here, structural logic, and then just candlestick logic, I could really see price pulling back to this inefficiency and this beginning the continuation of the downward cycle again, right? And then obviously target, if I was looking at this, would be previous low. As always, we always choose structural lows for our targets, range lows, range highs. And then, yeah, I would want to see this target hit here, 50% of this inefficient pricing, and go there. Now, we'll see what happens. I'm going to be a little bit conservative on this only because the volatility is really high. And I don't want to just place a trade here and then, you know, get messed up. So I want to see this react from this inefficient pricing, generate some sort of entry trigger for me, and then I'll enter in off of it and catch the sell. And if not, I'll wait for a price to return up here. But as of right now, though, I'm going to be scalping buys up into the premium of this range. And I would say like I said before, I'm pre-marking the premium of the range, given that price will break this high here at 18,580. Now, I've said all that. That's what I see. But the counter to this is price could just ultimately just drop here. There's always the extremes, but price could just continue dropping from here, or it could completely nullify my entire bias here and just start pushing back higher, right? It possibly could do that. And if it does that, I'll just continue catching buys as we move higher to take out this target. And if we take out this target, then we'll see what happens from there, but it'll probably be some sort of, let's see here. Ooh, where's the marker? Yeah, there it is. Okay. It'll probably be something like the, oh, that's not what I want. It'll probably be something like this. Yeah, we'll get something like that. Possibly, right? But just want to, notate that, like, I'm not perfect, but that's just the counter that could happen. I always want to keep those counters in mind just in case we slip up and try to go against the price action and give in and be completely blinded by our bias. So just want to have those in mind. So like when I go back and watch this video and I do see something, I'm like, oh, I remember I said that this could possibly happen. And let me get out of the mindset of like, oh no, price came up. Oop. Like price came up to here, it mitigated it, and then it pushed through. So I was like, oh man, no, okay, really, I should be probably looking for sells somewhere up here, somewhere in here, somewhere in here. And then the whole time price is just trucking along, trying to move up to take out that high. And so what I do is I'll go back and watch my videos for the outlook and the review and be like, oh wait, okay, I did say that if price does this, it probably will continue higher, or if price does this, will probably continue lower, or we'll get some sort of consolidation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? Just taking you a little bit through how I think about these things. But overall, just to reiterate, probably sorry for the long-windedness, but I'm expecting price to solidify this range by breaking this high this week, and I would likely want to see a pullback into this inefficient pricing, given that this area right here is balanced, and this is the last inefficient pricing inside of this entire range here. I would want to see that occur, and then continuation to the downside. All right, so I'm going to save this into my Outlook Discord, and we'll see what happens. All right, peace.